been able to get up to the top 32 range before, a couple times each. But going up against Macheeete and Rakushain, Macheeete, of course, known way more for his ones overall recently, but still a massive threat at all times.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And I'm so very excited to see how this team composition works out for either team, honestly. It's a bit of a change of pace from what we've seen so far today. But already a lot of big swings, a lot of big damage, and almost a stock.
I just love being able to see the Arbiter skin. Like, it's just so cool. Yeah. I mean, Sidra is always one of those great picks to go with anyway, so you're going to be seeing that one pretty often in twos. But Tatero's going to get potentially blown up here after trying to go for a big play, and that's exactly what's going to happen. He's trying to go for that GC neutral sig on the axe and gets punished for it. You cannot do that in front of double Ogrim.
Right, right. There's only so many lanes that you can, kind of take back to the stage there, and half of them are covered by that ground pound, so really good stuff. Ooh, what a route. Hold on.
Ooh, boy. Look, one lance is already fearful enough on Demon Island. Two lances is just a nightmare scenario. So you see Kazumi and Marker trying to cover every route there. The ground pound, the side air to come through. Just try and make sure that they put every route possible for Macheeete to suffer.
Yeah, I mean, suffer is a very polite phrasing, too. That's a lot of damage already.
They've been beating the hell out of each other. It's 6 minutes, 30 seconds, and we're already down to one stock apiece on each team, and the other two are about to fall too.
All right, finally though, maybe blue team can make something happen here with the stage control, but those lances are just so good at breaking up any sort of defense, right? You just like run through basically. Oh, hold on though.
I like that GC D-Sig to try and just back them off. Keep yourself safe. Macheeete is a straight hit away from literally anything. Neutral Light will take it, and that's going to even us up.
All right, pretty much dead even, I'd say, right now. Okay, hold on, though. These lances are just so dangerous. Look yeah, Rakushain had to take the craziest route back.
You also have to worry about any time. Ooh, recovery's not going to be enough. Thank goodness for Demon Island that Rakushain gets to survive a little bit longer. But you always have to worry about cannon. At any given point in time, Marker could, Macheeete could decide just to go off and try to sneak one offside. But they did get the cannon removed from play. So now that big comeback factor might be gone. But it's double Ogrim versus Hammer on Tateros. Any straight hits might actually knock one of them out.
Right, but that's a big pickup. Good stuff from Red Team. Staying composed in what was a surprisingly stressful 2v1 and sealing the deal.
Yeah, that is not a fun time to be staring down Tateros at that window. Like, even though Rakushain wasn't able to do too much damage overall, 329 compared to everyone else's around 500, it's still the fearful threat that Tateros provides at all time. So let's see how they're able to adapt in game 2. But I mean, for you at least, like I saw a lot of scrambles that went into the lance play. But what was it from the blue team that they might be able to adjust on to make a better attempt here in game number 2?
I think some of those like follow-ups, right? Like, although the damage isn't huge from Rakushain, it's the big hits that matter, especially with Tateros. Like, if you can see, some of those big, side air even at certain, damages, can seal the deal a little bit earlier, and that can change the tempo drastically. So some of those follow-ups could be a little bit better. Kind of a tall order sometimes against the lance, but you can still make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, finding that D-Light Air for Tateros can be a little bit hard when you have two lances backing up, but like you said, when it comes to trades, it's usually going to be pretty fine if you can get one of those lances to commit. It's when Axe is out, it's like, oh, okay, now if I whiff, I'm probably taking a massive amount of damage. Like, if they could get Macheeete to pop off, I think that was the big thing, is that Macheeete wasn't able to keep Rakushain active, because without Macheeete setting up, Rakushain can't close out those scales.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So already we're seeing it right there, that straight hit. And another one, unbelievable. That was a really good pickup. Looking good for blue team.
Very, very big difference here in the start, but at least for the red team, they already did their damage. And almost answering right back with a double KO. Macheete's going to get to live a little bit longer, but that sidelight should do it. Yes, it is sidelight into Sarah. That'll get it done.
Can't really do a whole lot in this 2v1. Rakushain playing a little defensively. But wow, that's a lot of damage. Good pickup as well. And some good dodge in from Macheeete, but hold on now.
They are practicing their drifts on landing. It's like, all right, just short hop there, short hop there. It's going to hit someone.
Hold on. This is a pretty rough spot to be in. We got the cannon support from mid stage, and then Rakushain with a fantastic edge guard.
What a option coverage from that too. You gotta
Right.
you stare down neutral sig. It's like, okay, well I can't go near the wall, and then you stare down an incoming charge ground pound. It's like, well, all right, you got it.
Yeah, I'll see you on the next stock. Oh, okay. Nice big pickup there from Marker. Really good hit with that axe. Trying to keep it even, but Rakushain kind of the X factor right now, still only on the second stock.
There's those neutral lights trying to find a dare starter to get a combo going for Macheeete, but the thing is, Macheeete, every time he tries to get in the middle of the fray, it feels like he's getting smacked away over this last stock, and that's starting to really show here as he's been having a hard time getting a landing. Good defense, at least that time, getting around that, and if that neutral stick hit, that might have ended up being the stock, forcing a 2v1 for Rakushain.
Yeah, it's already pretty tense. Rakushain taking so long to recover, finally getting a pickup. Red team going to take another stock, and now all of a sudden, it's a very different story in this game. It's going to be tough to get around those huge axe hitboxes and, of course, the lance hitbox.
We have basically the same situation as last time. The difference is that Rakushain isn't as high up, but they're gonna help each other out. Trying to go in there with the nair. Can you try and catch him off the side? No, just barely missing.
Unbelievable. I was already so worried when we got both of them with the downlight. Now another one too. All we need is one more. The Rakushain fans are still pretty hopeful, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, that's definitely feeling like it can happen right now. All you have to do is just find one good recovery, one side air, but Marker also doing a very amazing job of getting to Rakushain, but now the weapon star comes through in favor for Rakushain to try to throw that weapon up. He needs to get access to that lance. ASAP almost catching the recovery.
Unbelievable. What a scramble. The weapon pickup immediately going for the recovery. Not going to find the target, but another downlight side air from Rakushain. What was that, 5, 6 of them?
Yeah, I mean, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's why we see 705 damage done for Rakushain. A huge difference compared to that first game where he only put out about 200 plus,
more
about
than
300.
double. Yeah,
that's Teros. You do 300 by accident. Like,
right.
So that shows you what he could really do. And it was a moment in time where Rakushain looked like he was actually going to get knocked out, but they didn't finish the job. And instead, we're looking at our first 1-1, which almost looked like we're about to see yet another 2-0 lead.
Right. It looked kind of tense. Could have go either way, but not to give myself too much credit, but those follow-ups did look better, and it was all the difference. Rakushain, like I said, more than double damage. So many stocks taken, if not all of them. But Macheeete was just so good with the damage and the follow-ups, or the neutral wins.
Yeah, so. And really picked it up, too, because Macheeete, compared to the first game, put on some decent damage, but that game kind of got smacked up a bit with the Sidra, so now we're going to see what are the tried and trues from Macheeete. The Ogrim is going to die, actually. the Ogrim maybe needs to go away.
Yeah, bring back Arbiter.
we might need a change of course here. But of course, that is the first one, though, and they got a lot of damage on the red team so far, so it looks like they're going to answer back. That's one. Kazumi can't afford to get hit by pretty much anything. The neutral lights will not be enough, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It actually was enough, it turns out.
Yeah, it was a little extra time, a little extra pizzazz. Add some drama to the situation.
Okay, interesting situation here. Really good vertical pressure from the blue team. The weapon toss interrupting it a little bit, though. Wow, big pickup. Marker looking for the hit right now, but it's going to be some big swings from Kazumi instead.
Ogrim loves that situation. You talked about the group ups before. I mean, look at exactly what happened. Rakushain and Macheeete looked great off the start, and then you just clump up together on Demon Island, and all things are go for the red team.
It's so tough too, because getting caught in those situations is especially rough, right? You're getting so much damage tacked onto you in those double combos, but there's a big response here. Hold on, blue team. Still making it happen. All of a sudden, it's a totally different game.
You know, it's the stocks are flying, and then you go back and look at the teams like, oh right, there's 3 Ogrims and a Teros. Right. This is par for the course. Stocks are gonna disappear quick, fast, in a hurry. There's not much team strategy other than hit hard, hit fast. Hit
them more than they hit us, win. And already 1 stock apiece. The damage roughly even. We have 2 yellow bars over on red team and an orange bar for blue, so it's looking pretty good right now. This weapon, though, from Rakushain is very important. Could be the difference maker.
Just missing that follow-up Nair after the Dare too. You talked about it. Oh, I just noticed Rakushain tried to go for the cheese, tried to go for that GC neutral sig off of the hammer. Meanwhile, Macheeete suffering, not able to get saved by Rakushain. But for the third time, we are now looking at one more 2v1 of Rakushain versus Kazumi and Marker. Last game, he had way more health to work with.
Right. And that is all you can really do in that situation. The red team was so ready to capitalize on any stray hit. And
look at the damage. They did less damage. They actually did. They both collectively did 1 difference of damage, and they took the same amount. You know what that tells me? They were clumped up together the entire match, and their whole game plan was: if you come here, everybody's getting hit. It don't really matter who, but you're taking more damage than us. That's all you need to know.
But it worked out so well, right? It was just whoever was, the leader at the time, the front man, would take a hit here and there, but the other person was just ready to run through with the lance or those big axe hitboxes too. It was a sound strategy, and it worked out for red team. We'll see definitely another change of pace for blue team. We got another legend swap, but there's that clump damage.
I kind of like this swap here from Macheeete because he went to Olgrim last time. Now we're gonna get the Sir Roland to show up. 2 things come from this: you get consistency of KOs without having to go crazy with the sword, but 2, you get access to long range for both weapons because you have this, the lance, which is going to cover a lot. Then you have the huge range that you're going to get out of Sir Roland's signature kit with the sword. So I think we're going to see that play. However, he was so focused on Kazumi, not noticing that Marker was putting in the hands over at Rakushain and tries to go out there to help him and ends up just losing his stock as well.
Yeah, Macheeete was like, he was putting a cool combo together, but then, over on the other side, Rakushain was kind of getting beat up a little bit, but trying to even it back up here. Marker holding on to that first stock. Really resilient so far, and I lied.
Hey, you were right. You were right. On Demon Island, against all these weapons going that deep into the red, that was actually very impressive. Demon Island can only hold you for so long, though.
Ooh, okay.
Ain't nobody got you like like both of the red team and your boy. All the lances are out to get you right now. Because Rakushain just trying to play the game is getting hit by quite literally everyone for the past 20 seconds and loses that stock because of it.
It's gonna be tough. I don't know whose combo reel it's gonna go in, but we have 3 different people who could put it in.
It's like, hey, look, like, did you see when we got that 3-piece together? But still very much like the last game, it looks like things are like bleak for a second, and then you look back up and you realize, no, actually, it's not that far off because they're just all doing the same amount of damage.
Yeah, I mean, that's the dynamic that we talked about, especially with these legends and some of these weapons. It's just so explosive that, it looks so good for red team, hypothetically, let's say. Just before, it looked like a red team game, and now all of a sudden, blue team with the lead. If Rakushain can hold on to this stock, being his last one, it's a different game.
This would be the first time, potentially, that Rakushain would have Macheeete with him at the last stock situation, and Kazumi just hoping that Marker could find his way out of that, but there's no real safe route to just jump in there, because if you hit Marker with that side air, you might accidentally line him up for his own KO.
Stuck at the ledge right now, though. Red team, oh wow, what a route around that signature. Unbelievable, and a good pickup, too.
Just barely missing, too. That's what we were talking about before. But just Macheeete finally noticing Rakushain needed a little bit of help, and that's going to actually lead to the perfect situation because Macheeete went and got that hit. The D-Light into ground pound was able to find the mark that he needed. Now, Kazumi has to fight the 2v1.
Kazumi, really good route so far. Nice pickup right there. You can see the stock. Yeah, we did see the stock. Not exactly how I thought we would, but some good stuff. Macheeete with the Sir Roland. Apparently, is exactly what the blue team was looking for.
Yeah, and it turns out it wasn't even so much the signature kit that Sir Roland brought. It was the sword. The lance, still the same thing. Everybody kind of just getting in the middle, clumping up, putting in big damage, scream for help. That's pretty much all you can do. But with the Sir Roland, he changes things up a little bit because now you have to watch out for an actual combo break. You didn't have that before, but with Sword, it's way easier to get in the middle of the fray to save Rakushain with a quick thing like a nair or a down air at right windows versus trying to go in with an axe sider.
Right. We saw, some other attempts to save Rakushain not really work out. So
like, I got you.
yeah.
Like, no, you really don't. Like, actually, can we talk about this?
But looking a lot better, and well, looking a lot better for red team too. Some big pickups on the side of the stage, and the capitalization from red team as phenomenal as always.
Looking very good here. We get another game 5.
Right.
2 of them to start off the day, and red team trying to make sure that they don't let that amazing gameplay they've had of kind of just smothering them so far come to a close. But Macheeete is going to fall, and AG, they get the first 2.
Yeah, back to back, and red team still exerting a ton of pressure though. Nice little recovery and up air from Macheeete, trying to break up this pressure, and Rakushain with a little whiff.
Yeah, trying to go for that GC sidelight to get back on stage and get a combo extender. I mean, he still got back on stage, but oh no, what a huge opportunity for them. Not only did they get the 1, but they get 2. This is the worst position to be in a game number 5. Down 2 stocks against double Ogrim. They can trade with you all day now.
Oh yeah, and you know they're gonna, maybe lose these stocks as they do almost back to back. But all right, don't make a liar out of me, Arthur. Come on. All right, he makes it back somehow. But there it is. So now we can see the red team game plan unfold. As I was going to say, is these lances and the axes, they're gonna clump up. We'll take every trade like you mentioned.
Wait, oh, that could be huge. That could actually be huge. They might be able to sneak one out. Will they be able to get Kazumi in the middle of this too? Kazumi is in sweat beads. They get the ground pound. They might be able to steal away this lead that they had, but the breakers come through. And not only that, they push so hard to try and get it, but the last second save from Marker to make sure that did not happen. That could have easily been a quick 2-stock comeback that they absolutely needed to happen. Like, just take a look back at that play when we get to it. It was...
I'm glad that you were talking for so long because I was speechless.